What's up everyone, Vu of Envu Films back with another video, and today I'll be talking about Sirui's newest APS-C autofocus lenses straight out of China. It is the Sirui 16mm and 75mm f1.2 lenses, and as you can see here, I have the carbon fiber model of the lenses. I think they also come in a toilet porcelain white, but I am a douchebag ricer who likes carbon fiber. So when they asked me which one I wanted them to send for testing and review, I told them the carbon fiber. And of course, as always, I'm a douchebag dad and currently filming a YouTube video while babysitting my children at the same time. So I apologize if you hear any additional noises. And I'm using this YouTube debag mic setup because there's a lot of reverb in my kitchen area, and hopefully it will reduce the noises you would hear from my loud children, who will be thoroughly disciplined later on. With that said, let's get to this review of these lenses. First of all, if you're looking to match your APS-C, Sony, or whatever other brand of camera you're using, and you want to match your APS-C to a full frame look, I would look no further than these f1.2 lenses. And by mimicking full frame look, I am talking about for video use. For photo use, these lenses aren't quite up to par. A lot of photographers are going to be looking for something super sharp, comparative to modern Sony G Master glass, etc., Sigma glass, etc. These lenses aren't exceptionally sharp at any aperture below like f2.8. But if you're looking for video, these lenses are ideal because they do have a certain look to them. And a lot of videographers don't want these clinically sharp lenses. A lot of videographers even put mist filters and other type of diffusion filters on their lenses to obviously reduce any of that clinical sharpness you get from modern day photo lenses. So if you're looking for that cinema look with the lenses and have f1.2 aperture, which pretty much matches roughly an f1.8 bokeh from full frame, then these are lenses for you. They're relatively inexpensive. They're all under $400. I believe currently they also have the 23, the 33, and a 56 mil that's already out. In my tests, the autofocus for both the 16 and 75 has looked good. I have heard about complaints on the 23, 33, and 56 millimeter lenses in the past, but I believe Sirui has released firmware updates for those lenses to improve upon the autofocus. And don't take my word for it. Look at other reviews for it because Sirui didn't send me those to test, so I don't know if they work well or not. But in my use of the 75 and 16, they work decently well. Both lenses aren't particularly heavy. They're not super lightweight, especially if you compare this 16 f1.2 to the 15 millimeter 1.4G, also APS-C lens. There's a big size difference between the Sirui and the Sony lens. The 15 1.4 is quite a bit smaller and lighter, in my opinion, than the 16 millimeter f1.2. So there's that. And the 15 millimeter 1.4 is a lot sharper, but it's also like $600 or something like that. So clearly this is a cheaper, more budget option. But overall, I really like the image, the look that you get out of these lenses. They are, again, not super sharp, but I like the bokeh. I like that vintage, old school look that these lenses gives out. And I think most filmmakers would be interested with these lenses. Of course, they're the same exact lenses as the non-autofocus version. It's pretty much those same exact lenses, the same class, but now with autofocus motors in them. And the autofocus, to me, worked well. It worked good. I didn't have any issues with focusing on people as they're walking around, moving around. I used a 75mm f1.2 a few times as the main lens to film the toasts during wedding receptions, and it worked really well. I used a 16mm a bit during reception dancing for a wedding, and I used it for a sparkler send off handheld with the Sony ZV-E1, and I thought the image looked great. The autofocus worked at f1.2 in low light and all that stuff. So if you're looking for fast aperture APS-C lens with autofocus for videography, for video filmmaking, for your APS-C camera, I highly recommend taking a look at the Sirui 16 and 75 f1.2, and I believe the Indiegogo, I believe the Indiegogo campaign recently just launched, and I'll include the links in the description if you're interested in ordering. Oh, really quickly also, when I'm using this, when I use these lenses on the Sony ZV-E1 and I put it into dynamic active stabilization, which crops in the full frame sensor of the ZV-E1 to 1.3, I found that these lenses don't have much vignetting at f1.3. So to me, it has a slightly wider look than an APS-C lens, even though APS-C is a 1.5 times crop of a full frame sensor. It seems that at 1.3 times crop, it worked fine with not any noticeable vignetting on my end. So that's some versatility in there. You could actually use these lenses with your full frame camera with maybe some either dynamic active stabilization from your ZV-1, or you can use the clear zoom and not have to go all the way to an APS-C crop. So there's that. Anyways, I hope this video helped you make a purchase decision on your next APS-C lens. Until next time, lighten up.
Hey man, what that microphone?
It's a Cinco D1 shotgun mic.
Oh my god, that rat?
Why is that?
It make in China.
Bro, all because it's made in China doesn't mean it's bad.
If you want to be the best, if you want to be professional, you need to buy Make in USA.
Bro, everything is made in China.
Let me show you. DJI.
DJI is the definition of China.
Sirui.
Come on, Sirui sounds like a Chinese menu item. That is China.
Insta360.
That is a full 360 degrees of China.
Apple Make in USA.
Bro, both the phones and probably the ones that you eat is from China.
Oh my god.
What about this?
That rat it make in China.
You are 100% correct.
Cái đủ mắt không cả.